For more on the Prime Minister's shuffle towards net zero and the other big stories in the headlines today, I'm joined from Sydney by Sky News Political Editor Andrew Clennell. Andrew, an interesting speech from the PM to the Business Council last night, again dipping his toes in the water on the net zero by 2050 target. Here is what he said last night.
We're not going to achieve net zero in the cafes, dinner parties and wine bars of our inner cities. It will not be achieved by taxing our industries that provide livelihoods for millions of Australians off the planet, as our political opponents sought to do when they got the chance.
So, Andrew, can we expect a formal announcement on a net zero by 2050 target anytime soon?
Well, the tip I had a month or two ago was in June, Rita, so he's trying to show a differentiation there, but not much differentiation between the two policies, although Scott Morrison, unlike Anthony Albanese, has said that he wants to draw up a plan of how to get there, not just announce it first, the target. That's the main difference. But, yeah, I think if Joe Biden wasn't elected, he wouldn't be going for it, but because Biden's elected, he's going for it. And as you say, he's moving slowly towards that because he needs to bring his party room with him. They were quite happy in government. There wasn't a huge fuss when he first spoke about it at the press club in February. But Matt Canavan and others are starting to say a bit more now.
Well, I don't know if it would spark a civil war, but surely it would cause all sorts of divisions, serious divisions that the Prime Minister can't afford at this time. Why would he go down that road?
Well, it is a bit of a case of the US going one way and we tend to follow, and that's not just on foreign policy or defence policy. It also seems to be in relation to this.
But we haven't followed them, Andrew, on fracking. We haven't followed them on fracking, and they've got a very different energy outlook to us. They've embraced fracking. They've become far more dependent on their own resources, and you know they're not sitting on all the coal and natural resources we're sitting on. So it is a little bit different. So you say June is your tip that we're going to have a 2050 target.
One of the keys to this is a lot of the coal we produce obviously is exported, and that's not included in your target. That's not included in your emissions. So you can still back coal mining, but look to reduce emissions onshore. But I do notice a change in the government's rhetoric since the election of the Biden administration, and there's less talk of a gas-led recovery, and even last night he's talking more about net zero emissions. It's something the Business Council has pushed for, but interesting he raised it again.
It is interesting, and I tell you, it seems mad for the rest of the world to be benefiting from our coal, but not our own industries and our own households.